Bring 'em in, bring 'em in, bring 'em in. The boys are fucking back. The NFL is back. It's fucking Sunday. The boys are humming. It's a great day. I'm actually not hungover right now. Amazing. Can't say the same for everyone, but we're back. Football's back. Let's jump right into it. What the fuck have the boys been up to the last weekend? So
Not too much. Um, just another weekend here at school went by, came and went as quick as it happened. Got Dad's weekend coming up next weekend, so looking forward to that.
yeah,
We had a nice little darty yesterday. That was pretty fun. Nothing too wild. Met some of the buddies, older siblings that are in town for the weekend. Um, Other than that, it's been a pretty low key week for the most part. So that's all I got going on here.
oh yeah. And so I have a question. Everyone, it's like they call it Dage or Darty. Where do you guys stand on the Dage versus Darty situation there?
I've never.
Um, yeah, I mean, I know a few kids call it like Dagers or Dage, but that's more like I feel like it's more of like a southern thing. Like you got a couple guys from like Atlanta say that, but pretty much everyone just calls them Darties here.
No shit.
I'd say it's frowned upon to call it a Dager. It's kind of weird.
If I heard someone say Dager, I'd probably look at them weird.
Yeah.
So I just say
It
Dage, Dage, and no one's like when I went to school and like honestly,
Yeah, that
growing
sounds
up,
worse.
Dage is all it's everyone calls it. It's a Dage. That's all it is. No one says Darty really. I don't know. I think that's just interesting. But yeah,
Yeah,
take
no,
it away. Oh, go
yeah.
ahead. Interesting.
No, it's just it sounds so weird. Yeah.
But yeah, the kid actually had. And I drove down to Atlanta yesterday morning. Halfway to Atlanta, I start looking around. I realize I do not have my wallet with me, which is a big fat problem. So like halfway there, which I mean, it ended up working out. I actually went to the hotel and I found a picture of my phone and just printed it out on a printer on a sheet of paper, and it actually worked. So that was unbelievable that actually worked.
That's a
Game was
beauty.
unbelievable. I think in the first inning, both benches cleared. I mean, we ended up losing, but no, the game was an
Were you
unbelievable
playing?
time. Yeah, fucker.
My man thinks he's part of the team.
Yeah,
um, Cardinals are currently winning. That's awesome. Yeah, I would say weekend. Oh, bro, I ordered a new fucking stealth. Not a new stealth, but I ordered a stealth.
Yeah.
It goes, it's like, oh, it'll be here Saturday. I'm fucking fired up. Like, I'm golfing all weekend. It comes, it's like, I see the notification in FedEx delivered, but issue, like, we took it back. Or, like, we couldn't deliver it. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I guess you need a sign for this or something. But the
That
way our
makes sense.
packages work here, it's not going to my door. So it's going to like a package center, like at the front of
Yeah.
our complex. So I just requested to pick it up from the station, but haven't heard back yet. So I'm fucking pissed.
Oh,
But
that's tough, dude.
played a couple rounds. I was hitting
Yeah.
it so poorly yesterday. I was just scrambling.
Mhm.
Just everything felt
Little
bad
cross
except for the
country
putter.
golf.
What do you say?
Little cross country golf. Hopping fairways.
No, I was hitting fairways. I just couldn't hit greens. So I wasn't giving myself
That's brutal.
my mid range, like 200 and in. My ball striking was off. I actually still ended up shooting decent, but it was because I was getting up and down every time. Like
Yeah.
I'd nearly chip in every time and be like a 1 inch away shot. Played the 2 hour
You can
round.
dial in the short game like that. That's nice.
Yeah, I was dropping putts too, which helped. Yeah, I played like right around 2 hours for 18, so that was pretty solid time.
That's
I was
pretty
just
good.
alone, just ripping around.
That's
Um, think I'm gonna enter a US Am Tour event in a couple weeks. Eyeing one on the calendar.
should,
So
dude. That'd be awesome.
yeah,
We got it. Got to get the Sunday chirps hats ready for that though. We need the sponsorship out there.
yeah, seriously. But no, I mean, I'll like vlog a little bit there, show a few shots. I think it's just like weekend hacks go out there for a little competition. But I mean, I'll
Yeah.
probably enter like the 8 to 12 handicap group and try to win. Last time I won like $400 winning the tournament.
Oh, that's
Um,
pretty sweet.
So it's pretty cool. And I'll try to vlog. I think you can bring a caddy. So like if I see one in like Nashville area or Ohio, maybe I'll fly out, do a tour, and have one of you guys like you just ride the cart with me. I think it's not like actual caddying, but have a few beers
Yeah.
and just maybe give
Yeah,
me a couple
electric.
beats. That'd be funny.
Mm-hmm. Personal
But
videographer more than a caddy.
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be fun. Like just in the cart, like I didn't hit a bad shot. I come back in the cart, you're like, yeah, hey Jared, like, what are you thinking about that shot? I'm like, hey, I just sculled at 100 yards, like, not feeling too hot.
Yeah.
Or we drop like a long burn
Dude,
putt. Go ahead.
yeah. Speaking of clubs, bro, my 5-iron. I have no idea how that happened. Like, I'm thinking this is the first time I played golf at school this year, so I'm thinking it must have like snapped in the car, and then I just hit the ball. Like, just needed a couple hits, and then it was gone. Because I was on the range, I took like 3-4 shots, and that next one just felt good in my backswing. Hit the ball so pure. The ball launched, but then I felt like just this massive lag, and then I just see my club head just go flying like 50 yards. And there's like this old guy on the range with us as well, and I'm just like flabbergasted, just looking at it. I look at my buddy, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? So I like start to walk forward, and I look at this guy, and I'm like, hey man, like, sorry to interrupt your practice here, but my club just broke. I gotta go find my head. And so I found it, but it wasn't even like it just like disconnected from the shaft. It full on just snapped like right at the joint between that, like the top of the head. Yeah. So
Did the,
I
did the
gotta.
club head break or did the shaft break?
It was the shaft. So the club
Okay.
head's fine. But I do have to go find. I do have to go get a new shaft this week. Because we got little dad's weekend tourney next week. So gotta find something so I can maybe hit a 5-iron for once.
Love it.
But dude,
Yeah,
I was pissed. Yeah.
no, I say I found a club the other day. Actually, give it to Tuck. I found an M3 driver. It's on the course. It was
Oh
just
yeah.
the club head. It's like scratched like fuck on the top of the head because someone went like this and just slammed in the ground. There's no shaft and there's just like a broken like you like 2 inches of shaft and then like all head, and it's just
Yeah.
it was just laying on the fairway broken. Someone had like a bad shot and just fucking snapped their club and left it. So
No shaft, all head. Nice, man.
Yeah,
Nice.
Pat touchdown, Steelers touchdown, tight end Pat Freemouth. I don't know how to pronounce it. But going forward, went to the bar too. So we went to the bar. I told this story on Instagram real quick, but
Yeah.
basically like we're just like Kenny and I are just having some drinks. I honestly got really fucking banged up at the bar. We usually like the little not even dive bar, it's like a raw bar by us.
Yeah.
And like the owner's always like he's just the man. It's Mickey. Yeah, if you're ever in the Merle's Inland area, on the half shelf, good food, better vibes. So like two parts to this. One, the owner loves us, and he's just constantly like every time I come there, he makes me take a shot. So like he poured like
Yeah.
fat Jaeger shots for us to rip, which was just that was tough. And he's ripping shots. He's fucking trash too. So it was fun. We were watching the U.S. Open. Like the whole bar is watching the U.S. Open, and Coco Gauff every time she got a point, be like Coco. So that was interesting. I never saw like
Yeah.
tennis like that. I mean, I've been to U.S. Open, but it was definitely like for that bar is an electric environment. Speaking of though, Saturday night we ended up going there and we were playing a little. We were just like drinking and like, oh, Ken's like, you want to rip a game of pool? I was like, sure.
Yeah.
The guy next to us is like, oh, could I play too? I was like, whatever. So we played him. He's like, real quick, I gotta run to my car. I'm like, all right, like whatever. Like
It's kind of
this
weird.
fuck comes back from his car with this like fucking leather satchel and just starts assembling 2 pool cues. He's like, oh, this is my breaking cue and this is my my playing cue. I'm like, all right, here's
That's
my
not a-
drinking beer and there's a cue over there I'll fucking use. And he's like, do you guys want to
I'll put together a bunch of straws and figure it out. Like,
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, Kenny, we need refills on our drinks to play. But anyway, so he goes, he breaks, we're playing. He's kind of beating us, but we're hanging in there. We're a couple balls behind on him. And he fucking knocks the 8 in on accident, and we win. We're like, fuck yeah. And we bet on like a drink, so he bought us fucking shots.
Yeah.
So, fucking.
Little hometown hero at the dive bar pool.
Can't beat
What a
that.
fugazi. Can you
If I ever
imagine?
get to that point, just put the gun to my head, man. Just
Oh,
don't let it happen.
He's with his girlfriend, too. Like, I was like surprised that like this guy is like just like out there bringing his own pool cue or stick. What do you call it? A pool cue? A stick?
Yeah, pool cue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta
So
respect it though. I mean, game is game at the end of the day.
no, but you have to win. If you bring your own fucking clubs,
Oh yeah, no, you
You're
have
gonna
to.
pull a move like that. You gotta be
Yeah.
good.
yeah. I mean, he was good. He just wasn't as good as fucking a hammered Kenny and I. So that was good.
Oh.
But yeah, I ended up going out in Myrtle. Not a big deal. No, it was actually kind of. It wasn't very crowded, but it was just cool. No complaints.
Yeah.
Are you guys playing fantasy football this year?
Yeah, I'm in a $35 league with a bunch of guys in my fraternity, 12-man. Dude, so right before kickoff on Thursday night, so I have Mahomes on my team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have Kadarius Toney. Toney was on my bench, and then I saw that Kelsey was out. So I was like, all right, Tony's probably going to get a few, handful of passes here. So I put him in. Guy gives 1 point.
He couldn't fucking catch a ball to save his life. He looked awful.
When I tell you, I am so happy that the Giants got rid of him now. I'm just ecstatic about it.
He allowed us to get Darren Waller. So
Yeah, exactly. I also have Darren Waller on my team. So
you better not be a muffin today.
dude, yeah.
That game, the Lions Chiefs, right after the Chiefs scored to go up a touchdown, and they ended up winning me some coin there. So that was unbelievable.
Dude, we have a bunch of Lions fans here, so they're all pretty rowdy that night.
I was gonna say we have a work league. We started a work league. We drafted during like lunch, like on Tuesday, and so we didn't like. There's no money in it, but everyone just want to like play, and like even people like just want like the sales team just want to like bond over like something together. So we did a league, and it's a 17-person league, which is like a lot. And then also it's like an odd amount. So like someone has a bye week every week, which is kind of weird. But so there's this gay guy at work. He's the fucking man, but his team name is the Tight Ends. And
Pretty good.
so he doesn't know shit about football. So he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna draft based on how cute they are on the field." And I'm like,
It's
okay,
pretty
like,
fair.
so this guy actually did not draft a terrible team. He was like, I want Travis Kelce. I want Travis Kelce. Like that's his favorite player. He's like, he's so hot.
He likes a burly man.
I guess so. But Travis Kelce got taken, I think, first overall in our league. Like this whole league was actually insane. I wonder if I could show the draft. Is there a way to show the draft? Draft recap. Oh no, he didn't go first overall. He went fourth overall.
Yeah.
So it was just like all over the place. I couldn't even follow what was going on. Like the picks, like way too early picks were going on. Like it was just it was a shit show.
I didn't draft a running back till the third round.
I made a rookie mistake and drafted Alvin Kamara because I'm a fucking idiot and I wasn't paying. And I did not realize he was suspended, and right after I drafted him, I was like, shit.
Yeah, I think he's suspended for like 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, I think 4. I'm not sure though. But no, that shit was
That's
funny.
brutal.
He actually, his team's not even bad. I'm gonna read you his team. I want your guys' thoughts. It's Kenny Pickett, Tony Pollard, Ramondre Stevenson, Kyle Allen, Mike Evans, Cole Kmet, Mike Williams, Jahan Dotson. I mean, like it's not that bad of a team for 17 man league.
Yo, I'm pretty sure he's hurt too now.
Who?
Ramondre Stevenson, because he was my backup running back. So I think right now I have no running backs.
Who?
That's
I'm in 2 leagues. I got the work league and then like some friends from school. Someone went on auto draft because they couldn't get to work. He's like, I'm just gonna auto draft. Fuck it. And by the way, it's a dynasty league, so like you keep that team.
Yeah.
Dude, he drafted 6 quarterbacks.
Really? Are any of them
Like,
good?
yeah, I wish I could show you that. No, I mean like it's a what's it called. It also was more. You get more players, so there's more bench spots. You get rookie
Mhm.
reserves. So I think you get 23 picks in the draft, which is more than normal. I don't know if I could see. Oh, view draft board. Um, yeah.
What do you guys got going for team names? I mean, you always got to have a funny one.
Oh, I'm the half chubs. I got Nick
Nice,
Chubb,
nice.
and I got to change the other team to like something. Maybe I should help brainstorm something. I was thinking with like something with Bijan. I don't know.
I'm my team is Magic's blood drive, and then in parentheses it says AIDS, and then I just have a picture of Magic Johnson as my logo.
I thought usually people do plays off like their like team. Jesus.
Yeah, no, I always do something with him. It's always just a good one for me.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
Sure. Someone in our league for work is the Fresh Prince of Hilaire. I don't know if that's a playoff Clyde Edwards Hilaire.
probably yeah.
Probably. I'm trying to get any other. Oh, the Hot Fuzz. That's like this old lady at work, and she's like, "Oh, it's like draft a team." Um,
It's a
honestly, her team's not bad.
generational thing.
Yeah, the only thing that I see the issue for her is she has 4 quarterbacks, but other than that, not too bad. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, fantasy football is NFL's among us. We got Red Zone on right now, no complaints. Dude, I bought Sling TV with the Red Zone
Hmm.
package at like
Yeah,
12.57. So
that's money.
got that going. You guys have Red Zone?
A bunch of us, like, a bunch of guys have it, so like someone just logs into their account. But
Word.
then like for like most Giants games, I'll be able to watch on ESPN, which is nice. So
Yeah. What about you,
yeah,
Tuck?
I just got YouTube TV. From what I've seen, it has pretty much every game on it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
using.
Oh yeah. All right. That brings us to the build the bear. Now, what do you want to call this segment? The build the parlay? Build them? I don't even know.
maybe like let's go with Build a Bear for now. That's good.
Build the bear.
We could workshop it.
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. The workshop.
But we could call it the workshop.
Could call it the workshop.
I like that. All right. Welcome to the workshop segment. We are going to build you a parlay that, honestly, if we could just come out ahead, that's me win. Like, so what's that odds? Like, we have to, if we could beat 50%, I'd say that's success. Like, every other week, if we pick a winner, I'd say that's really solid. I mean, every week would be better, but we're going to throw our own money
Yeah.
on this.
I mean,
Bet
we're no sports
responsibly.
analysts, so
Yeah. We're riding on this. So if you guys want to ride with us, let's jump into it. Tuck, what's your pick for the week?
My pick for the week, I got to go with the Dolphins. I think they're going to come out strong. I do think the Chargers will definitely give them a run for their money, but I think the Dolphins are going to pull away with this one. I think it's going to be a scoring game. Definitely would bet the over, but taking the Dolphins.
Yeah, you could bet over unders as your pick too if you want, either or. But yeah, basically the workshop segment, just to clarify, we're each going to make a pick, and we're going to bundle them together for a parlay, and we're going to throw some money on it and hopefully win. So we've got Dolphins money line. So what you got?
I'm taking Giants money line. I feel confident. The boys are looking real good in training camp. I think Danny Dimes is really going to come into himself this season, and this might be bold, but I'm calling it Lombardi at MetLife in the next 2 or 3 seasons.
I feel
Bang
like
with that.
D Jones is very rated as a QB. Like I feel like he really doesn't get that much attention, but he's good. I like.
Well, he never had a receiver. Like, look, even Mahomes, who's I think not even arguably he's the best quarterback right now in the NFL. He literally had the Giants receivers last year as his receivers this week, and he had Kadarius Toney, Richie James, and they're fucking couldn't catch a beach ball. And you see Daniel Jones was struggling, same issue. Now he's got Darren Waller. Maybe we grab Mike Evans. Maybe we grab another fucking receiver. But I mean, even still, like there's some receiving core here.
He has a lot better vision than he did year one now, and I think just like with his receivers being able to get to their spots quick enough, like and run their routes well, is really helping him.
Yeah. So unfortunately, as a Giants fan, this hurts to do, but I'm hedging my emotional with this. So I'm taking Eagles money line. They're only minus 180 against the Patriots. That Patriots team is going to be, I want to say mid. They're going to be about as mid as it gets. They'll probably be like a 9-8 team. This week they're going to lose. Look, if the Eagles are going to win, I might as well get paid. So I'm hedging the fact that I hate the Eagles with making a little dough. However, if the Eagles win this parlay misses, I will cry. But that's neither here nor there. So we're going to go
that's
Eagles.
A different story.
Eagles money line, Dolphins money line, Giants money line. It is a plus 750 right now on the DraftKings Sportsbook, I believe. So we'll sprinkle some dough on that, and we'll keep humming along with the pod. Any last thoughts before we jump to the next segment?
No, just go Giants.
Who? I was looking at this yesterday of all the throwback unis that come out this year. I want to know what you guys think so far as the best throwback uniform, because I already know my answer, and you guys probably know
Titans, the Oilers, the Houston Oilers,
and you can't get that uniform.
I mean, look, the truth is,
it is clean.
Any uniform with that Carolina blue just doesn't miss. I didn't look at the throwback unis though, so I can't say if that's the best. I'm sure that's got to be non-arguably one of the best. Could be arguably the best. I didn't see any of the other ones though.
I haven't seen many of them, but I know the Jets usually do a good job with theirs.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to talk on the Giants bias, but they do have a really good one. It's so classic.
Yeah.
But I did like the Jets one as well. But I mean, at the end of the day, screw the Jets because it's the Giants stadium. It's not the Jets. So, but it is going to be fun to see like what Rodgers and Sauce Gardner do. Like I know offense and defense, but just two like forces on either side of the ball. Just going to be really cool to watch. But yeah, I'm going with the Giants again for that one though.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna really look.
Yeah.
I'll like peruse after. But yeah, I mean it's a good pick. I think either one of those. Now let's jump to the top 5 segment. This week we are going to go through the top 5 foods to be eating while watching football, laying back like an absolute fat ass on a Sunday. What kind of food you ordering? What are you going to eat? Who wants to start this week?
Cam, you want it? You going or me?
You give it.
All right. Well, I'm going to start with my honorable mention of chicken fingers and fries. That's a go-to food at the stadium. Not really cooking that up at home ever, but so honorable mention there. Then my number 5 spot is ribs. Can never go wrong with that.
Wait, what style?
Something about them. Just
I don't really know the difference. I asked kind of facetiously.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell you. Yeah, that was kind of put me on the spot there with that. No, I mean, just pretty much any ribs are good. And then I'm putting steak at the number 4. That's always good for like the night games. Just having like a good steak while watching football.
This is not my list at all. Like, I respect it, but it's like,
and then yeah. My number 3, I go back to a little bit more normal here. Just like, classic burgers. Gotta have the grill going on game day.
Like number 2, lobster tail.
Number 2 is gonna be caviar with kidding. Number 2 is
yeah, I'm about to square up right here.
No. No, number 2, we're jumping to chips and salsa. It's a staple of the game. And then number 1, I wouldn't doubt if it's on yours as well. Just classic buffalo wings and fries.
I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. That did not start out the way I expected. It did finish a good take. I think
Yeah,
chips and
that's why
salsa.
steak was at steak was in the number 4 because like that's more of like a night game thing. Like if you're eating dinner at that point, you know.
Yeah, I mean, no one ever seen an ad where you're eating a fucking ribeye while watching NFL. But look, I would eat a ribeye while watching the NFL. Like, I'm not hating on
Yeah.
that. I'm just saying it's a little bit out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Gotta do what you gotta do though.
no, I don't hate that list. Tuck, take it away.
I'm gonna start out with the number 5 spot. I gotta agree with Silva. Good old chips and salsa. I feel like that's something that you just gotta have on game day.
Yeah.
All right, hold
And
on.
never.
So I have a question. Are you
And
going chips and salsa or chips and guac? You like salsa better than guac, or
I go salsa over guac.
Yeah, a good. You can't beat a good salsa, dude.
I
Like,
think a
I'd
good guac
rather
beats a good
I would
salsa.
rather do salsa no guac.
Yeah,
I'm a
I gotta
guac
agree with
guy.
Silva here.
All right, I respect it though. Okay, keep it going. Chips and salsa number 5. That's exactly what I expected to
And
be.
I'm gonna ride with the chips and salsa, and I'm gonna throw in a good old classic buffalo chicken dip.
For number 4.
Buffalo chicken dip, number 4 spot. I mean, I've never had a buffalo chicken dip that wasn't good. So
I
I
didn't put
gotta
that
throw that
down.
one.
Fuck, that was a good one. I didn't have that on my list. That's my honorable mention. Buff
I've
chicken
never
dip.
I've never had that, never will, can't because of lactose, but it does not look appealing to me.
You could. What's it
Dude,
called? You could do
Super hot
without
take.
lactose. You could do without lactose.
Yeah, it just doesn't look appealing.
I will say it does
Ooh.
not look. That shit fucking slaps.
Do you like spinach
See
artichoke
what?
dip?
No.
What the fuck is that?
You never had like the spinach
I know
artichoke
it
with all
is,
that
but
fucking
no.
cheese? Oh, it's fucking good. But buff chicken dip is that's honestly number 4 is too low, and I fucking don't have my list. That's my honorable mention, and that shit is fucking gas. So that's a fucking good pick.
My number 3 spot. I gotta throw a good old glizzy in there. Can't go wrong with a hot dog, a little bit of ketchup on it. I mean,
You
I
a
guess-
mustard guy?
I fucking hate mustard. I can't.
Ah,
I can't.
that's tough. We're having a lot of disagreements here. I hate ketchup. It's just so gross.
You and Kenny
Yeah.
both hate ketchup.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love ketchup, but I feel weird just eating a plain hot dog, so I just put that on there.
Yeah,
Raw
that's fair.
dogs.
That's fair.
What about like onions, relish? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like just make a bratwurst at that point.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, onions, I don't have no problem with onions. Relish, I don't think I've ever even tried that, so I couldn't tell you about that. Then, what is that? My 3? I think
No, that
number
was your
2.
3. Yeah.
Number 2, I'm gonna agree with Silva and just throw in some good old classic buffalo wings. Can't go wrong with classic buffalo wings. Those are a staple to the football community. And my number 1 spot, maybe I think it's a little underrated, but a good cheeseburger right off the grill.
Yep. Nice and like a little bit of grease on it still.
Oh, you grease the fuck up. Yeah.
I think you put buff chicken dip too low, in my opinion. And
Probably would have moved that to my 2 spot, but
That's a little controversial though, because that's like just a dip.
yeah, it is.
Like,
That
are you just
could be
like
a meal,
spooning
though.
that thing, or like
no, the chip.
Yeah.
what are you doing?
You
there?
could spoon it. You go fucking chips in that shit. It's like a better guac, a protein-based guac.
Oh fuck! I might have to make some after this.
You
but
guys
yeah.
don't have 4 of my 5 on my list. You guys didn't say, which I'm shocked about.
Can't wait to hear what you.
All right, so you guys missed my number 1. It was the easiest answer, and you guys both missed it, so I'm shocked. But starting out honorable mention, I missed buff chicken dip. That was a mistake. Honorable mention right there. That's a great pick. Number 5, you guys did not have either. I'm going with a Chinese spread. A spread of Chinese. Give me the family style. You
Dude,
order
you're a
in.
psycho.
You never order like General Tso's. You order some like noodles. You get like the whole like. You never order like the family like order family style and you get like a bunch of Chinese dishes
Like-
and share it.
No, I mean like we do that, but like I'm not like, oh, it's a Sunday football, it's 1 o'clock, let's order a shit ton of Chinese food, Dad.
No,
Like,
that's more like the late 4:30 game, early 7.
okay, so this is kind
It's
of
like a
like your
dinner. That's a
steak.
dinner.
Okay,
Yeah, it's like
okay,
your steak.
all right,
But that's number five.
all
That's
right.
why it's five. Number four, give me sub slash sandwich, like a nice fucking
Yeah,
turkey American sub. You get the 6 foot long subs back in the day were awesome, and you just grab a fucking piece. Could be a platter. When I went to the Bills game before, we picked up like a shit ton of beers. We went to the store and picked up like that party platter of sandwiches. It just cut in like little quarters, and you just
yeah, they
fucking
got like 3 different types of sandwich. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a good
exactly.
call. Yeah,
It's a
Oh,
great
yeah.
pick right there. Number three, which you guys kind of danced around it, but I'm going nachos. I think nachos during the game is a fucking banger.
I'm not a huge nacho guy, so it doesn't come to mind. Like, but that is a staple of the game for sure.
Yeah, I
Are
don't
you
think you could.
up
Go
or
ahead.
just cheese?
What'd you say?
Are you loading them up? You putting the bacon, or no,
Oh,
or
give
just
me the word. I honestly, I this is probably a hot take. Give me pulled pork nachos. I think throwing that
That
pulled
sounds
pork
good.
on top is a
I
classy
like
move.
that.
Give me the jalapenos, the onion. Give me the works. I want guac, salsa. Make that shit messy. I want a sloppy nacho pile.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
Um,
want like 17 napkins.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. If you're not
Yeah,
using every napkin in fucking the kitchen, you're not doing something right.
yeah.
If you don't
Um,
walk out all over your shirt, then you didn't get
yeah.
them right.
Number two, everyone had, and I think it's just a staple of football. It's wings. You can't go wrong. I'd
Yep.
say Buffalo's the go-to, but look, if you want to mix in a little garlic parm, mix in a little fucking barbecue, maybe some
Hungry
Asian,
now, bro. I'm hungry.
all
I
good picks.
Marvin.
Wings in any shape are always good. And number one, which I thought everyone would fucking have and no one had, is fucking pizza. Give me a fucking pizza for the game
Yeah.
day.
Okay.
I forgot about the pizza.
Yep, that can always work.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think the best list would have been, I think, my top four, and then you sub in a buff chicken dip, and that would be the best list. Unfortunate move there,
I
but
think we need to slide a burger into that list though.
Yeah.
For a
I had
collective
burger
top five.
written, and I crossed it out for the sandwiches.
I don't know if
I would put burger over Sammy.
You don't know what?
I don't know if I can get behind the Chinese food.
So if you like now we just went through and we did our top fives, like we'll submit those. But if we could like maybe not in any order, but I think pizza and wings are two musts.
Easy.
Um,
Some sort of like chip and dip.
some sort of
Yeah.
chip and dip slash nachos like that, chips and
Yeah.
shit. That's three, or like that's one out of three. Then what's our other two? I think buff. I mean, the buff chicken dip could fall into that nacho category. Like I could sub nachos out for buff chicken dip
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah. You could put
Um,
a little slash there.
Yeah. And I think
Um
burger and cold sandwich or hot sandwich, like just that, like sandwiches and burger are the other two. I think that complete that.
I'd
best
say
list.
or instead of sandwiches, like a barbecue spread.
Okay. I mean
Like
that's a
some
little
pulled
broad
pork, some
too.
ribs.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
broad,
could
but
bang
you know,
with that. But I
it's
think
the
that's
idea
like
like that.
two. Go ahead.
It's like that family style Chinese food that you were trying to
Yeah.
promote here. I don't know.
Jared, if I told you to come over to watch football and I walk in your house and you got a Chinese spread, I'm gonna look at you and say, "What the fuck is what is
First of
this?"
all, that's definitely not that bad of a take. But I was more so for like the late games. Like you come
Right,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
like the late game or like that 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Like you're hungry the end of the 4 o'clock games. It's not
There's
like
just things I would order before that for sure.
Yeah.
yeah. No, I get that. I think that was my weakest move. I think my other four were real strong though. Lamar Jackson just fucking fumbled so badly.
Guys, I think we all missed the crucial component here.
What did we miss?
Well, I feel like if you drink enough beers, that just fills you up. So I think that could be our collective honorable mention.
Yeah.
I'm still eating anyway. I'm a fat ass. Like I could have a zillion beers and I'm like I'm still gonna want to eat. Whether it's like me eating like a slice of pizza or like a few wings, like
Yeah.
I want something salty in my mouth.
That drunk
you know?
hungry,
Yeah.
it could push you over the edge there, yeah. Dude, I speaking of drunk hungry, the other day, when I broke my 5-iron, right? So I had 2 bratwursts on the course and a bag of chips, and then I get back, we go out, have some fun. We had like a heaven and hell date party, so everyone was just wearing like red, blue, or red, white, and black stuff. And then we get back to the house. Fast forward a bit, it's like 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, I never eat McDonald's, and I was just like, I want some McDonald's right now, just some salty fries and like the spicy chicken sandwich. Like I woke up the next morning, just felt so greasy and disgusting. Like my room, like I just like looked like
Cannonball in your stomach.
yeah, I just like looked to the side and I was like, oh, this just doesn't feel right. Like I shouldn't have done that. Like I felt bad about myself.
It's like when you fuck a
But
fucking
that saltiness that but that saltiness you just need it sometimes to get you over the edge.
No, the worst. I mean, that too. Like, so at my college, I wanted to go through drunk foods another day, but so the big thing for drunk food, like at where I went to school, was fucking halal food. For whatever reason, that's what the drunk
Really?
food was. Everyone would go there and get you get chicken or lamb over rice or fries. That's what everyone got. And that makes you feel horrible in the morning, but it tastes so good at night. And it's like,
And you
dude,
could eat like 3 of them.
yeah, and it's run by like this Middle Eastern mafia, and they keep buying every place next to it and just opening up some random thing because they're selling so much drugs to the students that they just need to somehow like make like
Launder
show
it.
they're making money. Yeah, exactly.
They're just straight up money laundering with this place.
Yeah, there's like literally like a what's it called at the place. I mean, they got busted for like $400,000 with like crack or something.
Jesus.
But they have like these like fucking in the basement. They have like security guards, and like we see sometimes they'll come out like in like with an apron on, and it'll be like a 6'8", like 340 yoke dude, just like with an apron on. Like, what the fuck are we looking at here?
That
Tuck,
reminds
you muted.
me.
What?
Oh, you were muted if you said something.
Dude, that reminds me. Back in high school, I was still like in middle school or probably even elementary school when all this happened. But we were in health one day and in like 7th grade, and my teacher was saying like that the dry cleaner across the street from the high school was like selling heroin, and like people like there's like why are so many like young kids walking in there with like no clothes and coming out with no clothes? Like none of this makes sense. So I don't really know like how it all went down, but apparently the dry cleaner was selling heroin like right across the street from my high school.
Well,
yeah.
Well then.
But yet I live in the safest town in America, so I don't really know like like where the lines are.
That's something, all right. That is something.
Yeah, that was pretty eye opening. I remember getting home, like talking to my mom about it. I was like, "Hey, like, you hear about this?" She was like, "No, I never knew about that. That's pretty crazy." But yeah, I think they're still in business though.
Dude,
there's
there's
whole
like
heroin aspect.
Heroin party, yeah.
Yeah.
there's this girl that keeps liking all of our posts. Not liking all of them, but like you'll see her like some of our reels on
Oh
Instagram.
damn, we're getting likes. That's fucked up.
No, I'm not fucking complaining. It's just like it's like some golf girl shouting Las Vegas, and she's just like playing golf with like just these provocative outfits on, and it's pretty funny. Like I'll send over a clip to look at, but basically like she just posted a reel. It's like her like talking about golf and like the cart, and there's like a golf ball between her boobs, like just like straight cleavage. And I'm like, what the fuck are we looking at here?
That's funny, dude.
Just interesting content out of that field. Look, I ain't complaining, but it's just
definitely
interesting move.
Can't complain. Dude, speaking of likes and shares and all that, so remember the other day when you texted us and you were like, "Hey guys, like we're trending upwards right now on like I think it was the YouTube video, right?"
It was the podcast in general has just been trending right with like Spotify, Apple, whatever.
Yeah, so it's right when you sent that to me, like I looked at my like phone, like our fraternity group chat, like someone had sent in the group chat, so like I was getting so like chirped all day for it, and like I still am a bit,
100%.
like guys would be like, yeah, still that'll play. I'm like, fuck yeah, it will. So I send one text back in the group chat. I'm just like, hey guys, a view's a view. So
Yeah. Have him
shout
subscribe to YouTube. That'd
yeah,
be huge.
shout out to the boys for that. But no media is bad media. Just keeping that mindset, right?
Yo,
I
when I
love it.
used to run the other channel, I had the Jared Pine Golf.
Yeah.
I'd go down to the basement to the pledges and be like, hey, take out your phones now. I know you have them on you. Fucking subscribe to the YouTube right now. And they'd be like, yes, sir.
Yeah.
I was like, yup, as
Yeah,
you should.
yeah. Like all the pledge, like I remember like when we were pledging, like they'd be like, hey, like this is like one of the brothers, like businesses or just like Instagram accounts, like photography account, like give it a follow. Next thing you know, there's 50 new followers on that account.
Exactly.
So yeah.
But yeah, going forward, we got a little bit around the horn. What was I gonna say? We had I don't think we talked about. I think one of you guys brought it up that Trump shot a 67 and win his like the Bedminster or whatever like for his home course. No, well he shot
No, I
67
don't.
and won like the club championship. Do you think Trump really
Oh,
shot a
it's sick.
67?
I mean, he plays golf all the time.
I know,
Like,
but you have to be like I can understand if he shot like a 73, but 67, like, dude, that's hard to do. And he played it at his hard
is
a
it
hard
a
course.
is it a seven? Is it a par like 70 or
I don't even look. I don't
also like
know.
is he playing? I don't know, but if it's his home course, then I mean, like, I feel like he plays like at least like he's got to be playing like 6, 7 times a week.
Yeah,
It's not
easily.
his home course. It's just a course he owns. It's
Oh, okay.
Bedminster, New Jersey. I don't know where he resides. I think he splits time between Palm Beach and New York.
Right. Yeah.
Um, but no, that's kind of what I was saying. That was like 67. That's like if he's shooting. I mean, maybe he's playing like the golds, and he's like all of his shots
Yeah.
are like pretty close, and he's like like
Mhm.
320 yard, not like 450. Because there's no way.
Yeah.
I mean, he's fucking 70, like 5 years old. I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, look, I don't think he's lying. I don't know.
Maybe it's a little Secret Service help. Like, hey, like you're
Fix
gonna
his
look the other way
lies.
while we move this ball, and yeah.
They're
Hold the gun
probably
to him. Hey.
give me putts, six
Yeah.
foot putts.
Like, oh, that 10 foot, I was
Nah.
gonna make that anyway. Like, you don't need to like see that one
Yeah.
out.
Like guys that
Oh.
chip in from the bunker. No, that's money.
That's
Tee shot. Yep, that one's good. That's a gimme. But yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, who am I to say it is or isn't
Kind of
true?
sick though. I mean, like, fuck,
good.
like,
Maybe we'll have him on. Yo, Trump, if you want to come out and play around, we'll challenge you to a little 1v1. Yeah, let's
that'd be.
sure he'll see that.
Oh, dude, did you see he went to I want to say it was Ole Miss. They had one of the fraternities had Trump like show up at their house and like he like spoke to them like at a party or something. Like, it was like they were having a party and like Trump was just like there.
That's wild. Recently?
Yeah. Yeah, this was like this past weekend.
What the fuck?
What?
Yeah, it was nuts. But yeah, so I think it was I don't know if it was Ole Miss or Arkansas, but he was down there for something, and yeah, it looked unreal. And I think it was like Pike.
What?
Maybe you could maybe you could work some magic. See if he'll pull up to your fraternity.
That'd be
Dude,
something.
that'd be nuts. Like,
Right. Herbs.
let's see if let me see. I think it was on Old Row. I should have sent it to you. I forgot to though. But
Oh, good.
yeah.
On a similar note too, I don't know if you saw like Cam Jansen talk about I think he's interviewing Connor Bedard on his pod, and he was saying he's like, here's my advice to you. Go to Chicago, find yourself a good fucking cougar. She'll take care of you, she'll cook you some protein, she'll get you. I was like, that's a fucking legendary fucking piece of advice. I mean, he's probably right. You could probably be banging some hot MILF and she's just
Mhm.
like cooking him protein and like making sure he's healthy, you know? So I thought that'd be
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. What was I gonna say? Oh, I came across someone on Hinge. I don't know if this is what I saw or I saw someone post about it on Instagram about Hinge, and they were saying this. It was like the voice things. It's like you should not go out. The prompt was you should not go out with me if, and then
Jared,
dot
I
dot
think you're
dot.
frozen here.
I think we lost him.
Yeah.
No. Do you guys have me still?
Yeah,
Anything?
no, you're good now.
Okay, so it was a Hinge prompt. It was you should not go out with me if dot dot dot, and like you say whatever you want, and it said you should not go out with me if you have a fear of rabies because I have a bad habit of picking up wild animals.
That's a
I don't know. He's
That's
like, I just
wild.
constantly am picking up just fucking random animals. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like legit animals or like
I think he's picking up like fucking
Colin,
like
like-
raccoons, squirrels, like whatever he fucking comes across.
that's so funny.
So that's
We
fucking
gotta. I know a guy that whenever he sees deer, he's just always taking pictures of them, like at school. Like he's just like he'll just like go up to them, and just like zoom in, like yo, look at the fucking deer. Like it's just a deer, man. Like it's just a deer.
I never run into an encounter with a bear or a jungle cat because my immediate instinct would be, "Yo, we're cool," and I gotta hug this fucking thing. That's the one thing that, and next thing you know, I'm dead.
Yeah,
Quick.
just mauled.
Just-
Like,
there was a fraternity at my school, and like one of the things was they had to go catch a deer with their bare hands. And I guess one year they actually caught one, and they fucking like they showed back. They're like, "Oh, you guys could cross tonight if you get a deer with your bare hands." What do you say?
So what do you do after that? You just go, "Yeah, we have this from now on," or what?
I
Like,
don't know.
do you like domesticate it? Like,
Yeah, just
I don't
Put it
know.
in the
I mean, I'd
backyard.
probably just like eat it, but like, I mean, they was on campus and they grabbed a deer. I know, like, we have like woods behind campus, so
yeah,
I don't know.
that's pretty wild.
have
Yeah,
any of
literally.
you seen the tiger they keep on LSU's campus?
Yeah.
Dude,
What about the bull- the
have you seen it in
buffalo?
person?
No, I've never seen it in person.
My buddy goes to LSU there and used to send me videos all the time of this tiger, and you could tell this tiger was just looking at everybody like, if I get out of this thing, you guys are fucking.
Tasty treats walk by. Some hefty woman.
Yeah. You got like Libby Dunn like posing in front of him, and he's just like, I'd fucking like tear you apart. Like, I will kill you.
But no, I think that kind of brings us to our "Would You Rather" segment. Coming out with a bang, ending with a bang. Spin Chicklets
Always.
had this on their pod, I think last week. Would you rather add 4 inches to your height or 2 inches to your wrench? I mean,
4 inches of height, immediate.
4 inches the height easily.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with the wrench.
I'm not-
Yeah.
So I'm taking the height. I need
I'm
it.
not got some wagon downstairs, but I'm not too worried about it. I'd way rather add 4 inches to my height than that.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I mean,
100%.
I don't mind my height. You know, I gotta love when girls are like, "Oh, you're a short king." Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you don't mean that. But yeah, I'd take the height over the wrench.
100%. I think you have to take the height until you're like 6. Once you're at like 6'2", then you take the wrench. But 6'2" is like the
Yeah.
minimum. Like if you're like, oh, I don't want to be 6'6", like that might be too big. But anything below 6'2",
Oh, if I was like 5'10", 5'11", I would take the wrench.
I'm 5'10", but I'm
If
taking
I wasn't,
the height.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'd take the wrench at 5'10".
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I got like the I'm okay. I'm not fucking packing, but I'm not fucking no issue. So I'm gonna take.
but
the,
I mean, you know, just be that anomaly. You're at 5'5" and your wagon is fucking 8 inches long.
just rocking like a tenor.
no, but bro,
I bet you
hitting
that
that
was-
6 feet. Oh my god, that 6 is huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, our next would you rather question is. So I don't know exactly. This is a very general question, but would you rather be a fourth liner in the NHL or like top 100 golfer? Like you're like 95th best in the world for golf. It's a fucking good question.
I'm gonna have to say fourth liner in the NHL just because that was my dream. Like my whole childhood was playing the NHL, so I'd probably take that. But I mean, being a top 100 golfer would also be. I feel like
That's
that would
pretty
be like
legit.
lifestyles. Like, yeah.
Your
I feel
career's
like you're gonna have
longer
a.
in golf.
Oh
I
yeah.
think now, like, if you asked me this, a couple of years ago, I'd say fourth liner in the NHL, like, faster than my heart can beat. But now I'd definitely choose the golf. Just seems like that would just be so cool. You can just play for so long.
Yeah.
And top 100, you're winning tournaments, so like you're making money.
Yeah. Like you're making money, you're having those top notch sponsors, like
playing around
you
the
have guys
world.
that are like you're flying across the world in private jets, like you're pretty set at top 100.
The only thing with the fourth liner in the NHL, though, I feel like your career would be way shorter, but I think the stories that you come out of there with would be all time.
Yeah.
Like,
You'd be like Biz.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean,
like think about it. Like imagine like if we like were just spitting chiplets right here. Like that'd be
Also
cool.
a bigger platform too, which definitely helps. But Biz was always, and that's not every fourth liner. Most fourth liners, they have like a 6-year career or less, and then they're in the minors. Like Biz is just a fucking character. Like even if like he never made it to the show, like he would have been in front of the camera anyway. Like he's just a character.
He's that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's a little bit of an exception. Not every fourth liner is Biz.
No.
But yeah, I think golf's the answer now, but I understand the appeal of the fourth liner, and I probably would have said fourth liner like back in the day too. So, but yeah,
like even just maybe like 2-3 years ago, I would have said that.
Yeah, I think that kind of ties it all up. We're gonna put in that bet. The games don't start for another hour. It's fucking Sunday. This will come out Tuesday, and I think we'll post that. Post our pick on Twitter and Instagram, so I'll tag you guys. We'll repost it, and let's watch some football, boys. Have a good fucking rest of your Sunday, eh?
Let's have a good day. I'm gonna go get me some buffalo wings and maybe a steak.
Ooh, that's a fucking high protein finish.
Yeah,
Jared,
yeah.
Ordering the Chinese food, is it on the way?
But I honestly, you know what? As much as I'm getting chirped, I might order fucking Chinese tonight. We'll see.
I think you shouldn't.
I think you should too.
You said shouldn't. You said should.
Yeah, no, don't do it. Don't do it. We should all we should all send in a picture of our meals.
I'm eating fucking ground turkey with rice with some barbecue sauce on top. Probably.
Ooh,
pretty boring.
Tasty.
Yeah. Gotta cut some weight.
Add a little salt and pepper to it.
Oh, I said I'd throw some barbecue on it.
Yeah.
No,
I was kidding about the salt and pepper because it's such like a bland like add.
Yeah. No, it's like a boring meal, but you know.
It's like how do you make a boring meal like a little bit more boring?
I'll some teriyaki. I'm making my own fucking Chinese. So
good shit, dude. Good shit.
Peace out, boys. We'll see you next week.
All right.